Teacher Catherine, Greenview Schools Kamulu, Grade 1. I'm going to take you through religious activities. Welcome. In our lesson today, we are going to read from the Bible, and I'm going to give you a Bible story of Elijah and the chariot of fire. So, our Bible verse comes from the book of 2 Kings, chapter 2, verse 11 to 12. I'm going to read it aloud. So, as they were walking along and talking together, suddenly a chariot of fire and horses of fire appeared and separated them. That is Elijah and Elisha. Elijah went up to heaven in a whirlwind. Elisha saw this and cried out, my father, the chariots and horsemen of Israel. And Elisha saw him no more. Then he took hold of his garment and tore it in two. That is our Bible verse. So, Elijah was a prophet of Israel, and he was a man of God. He worked with his servant by the name Elisha. So, here we have two people. That is Elijah and Elisha. They were both servants of God. So, one day as Elijah and Elisha were walking, a whirlwind came and took Elijah. And this left Elisha very, very sad. And he cried out as Elijah was being taken up in a whirlwind. When Elijah saw this, he took off his cloak, and his cloak fell and tore into two. So, there were two horses pulling a chariot of fire. And it came and took Elijah away. The picture here, Elijah and the chariot of fire. As you can see, there are two horses here. This is the clock that I was telling you about. It is also called a coat. This is the whirlwind that came and took Elijah away. This is a wind that can carry anything away. It blows and blows and blows. It can carry anything away. You can see here, Elisha was very, very sad. He was crying out to Elijah as he was being taken away. Have you seen this? Okay, I have some questions for you. We are going to read them together, answer them together, and then I'm going to give you an exercise to do with your parents at home. Okay? Question number 1. Dash was a prophet of God. As we have read Elijah was the prophet of God. Okay. Question number 2. How many horses were pulling the chariot of fire? Can you remember? Let us come back to our picture here. How many horses can you see? 1, 2. Very good. 2 horses. So, how many horses are pulling the chariot of fire? 2. Very good. 2 horses are pulling the chariot of fire. I'm going to give you an assignment to do with your parents at home. I want you to draw Elijah and Elisha as they were walking. Can you do that? Very good. See you next lesson. It was your teacher, Teacher Catherine.